choose any superpower, what would it be? Would you want to fly, or read minds, or have super strength? Me? I wish I had my sister's superpower. Imagine a world where, as you're walking down the school hallway, you only see the good in people. Oh, she looks cute today. Oh, he got a new haircut. That looks nice. I remember when she held the door open for me the other day. That was so sweet of her. When someone snidely remarks, "Nice shirt," you say, "Thanks," because you don't hear the sarcasm. Imagine a world where, instead of dragging people down, we lift each other up, because we all love each other, and why shouldn't we? Imagine going through life not caring about how different someone is from yourself, and liking them, differences and all. Imagine being yourself freely, not caring in the least what people think of you. Imagine thinking of every meal you eat as the best meal you've ever had. Imagine waking up in the morning, every morning, and saying, "This is going to be the best day ever." This is the world in which my sister and others born with Down syndrome live every day. This is my sister's superpower. My sister's superpower allows her to be the nicest, most genuine, honest, caring, loving, funny, and loyal person I have ever met. I would not be the person I am if she wasn't a part of my life. I am not someone who is into gossip or talking behind people's backs or dragging others down just to lift myself up, because I try my best to live in my sister's world and see the good in people rather than the bad. Can you imagine what the world would be like if everyone chose this path and had the same unwaveringly positive outlook on life? Can you imagine what a great place that would be to live? Wouldn't you rather live in that world? My sister Abby was born on June 26, 2005 with Down syndrome. Down syndrome means that Abby was born with something called trisomy 21, which means that she has 3 of the 21st chromosome instead of just 2 like all of us. That's pretty much as far as the differences go, the ones that really matter anyway. Abby loves to tease me, we have inside jokes, she has TV, movie, and celebrity obsessions, she's artistic, she's on the cheer team, she loves Chick-fil-A, and so much more. We have a totally normal sister relationship, only better. This is what I think so many people don't understand. It in no way makes my life harder or as difficult for me to have a sibling with special needs. It makes my life better, and I am thankful every day that I am lucky enough to have the privilege of being her sister. Abby is my best friend. Every second I spend in her company is one of the best seconds of my life. She's silly and loves to tease me. She'll hear me say that I don't like a certain song and spend her entire afternoon singing it every time our paths cross. Abby loves One Direction and can say all of the lines in one of their videos from memory. Her favorite member of the band is Zayn. I haven't had the heart to tell her that there are 2 directions yet. Abby has a High School Musical obsession that is even bigger than mine used to be, which, believe me, is big. She knows every word in all 3 movies, and not just the words to the songs, because I've got those down. She knows all of the spoken lines, too. Now, I don't know about you, but that's all the evidence I need to determine that her memory is much better than mine. Abby wakes up every morning and spends every day with a positive outlook on life that I wish everyone had. Every day is the best day ever. Even the day this summer when we had to take a trip to the emergency room because Abby got stung by a wasp 10 times on her hand and arm was that night, as described by Abby, the best day ever. None of us would describe a day that included an ER visit like that. Who wouldn't want to spend as much time as possible with someone who would? Wouldn't you? Can you imagine what it would be like to live your life like that? Able to easily find the silver lining in every situation life throws at you, even a hand in a hidden wasp nest? This is another ability that my sister has because of her superpower. I think that there is a misconception with the inclusion of people with special needs. People seem to think that they are so great and so nice because they are letting someone with special needs be their friend, hang out with them, talk to them, or be around them at all. But in reality, they're doing themselves a favor. I know that Abby makes me a better person. Those people who really understand know that they should seize every possible opportunity to spend time with someone who so positively influences them as a person and makes their life so much better. Abby loves to throw parties, especially birthday parties. And more often than not, they are not on actual birthdays. Abby's baby doll probably has 15 birthday parties every year, and there are still plenty of other stuffed animal friends who need to be celebrated. My attendance is required at all of these events. At least when I go to college, I'll be able to tell everyone that I was a huge partier in high school. Each party is complete with food, decorations, which are really just all of Abby's colorful scarves hung everywhere, party favors, which are usually cupcake topper rings, and a show, usually with a cast of stuffed animals. In fact, I just recently watched a lovely stuffed animal ballet recital in our living room. My favorite shows, however, are the ones that Abby stars in herself. One of my favorites was the day when Abby was watching High School Musical 2 for, who knows, the 50th time, and she suddenly called us into the room. Gabriella was about to go her own way, and Abby was ready. She said the lines, sang the song, and did everything Gabriella was doing at the exact time she was doing it. It was probably the cutest thing I'd ever seen at the time, even if that's because it was so unexpected. It was one of the first times we had seen her really act. Now, she's a total diva. When the announcer calls her name to go out to the field at her baseball games, she struts out and blows kisses to the crowd. One of the reasons she loved the ER was probably the attention from the nurses. Abby treats my parents and me like waiters. In her words, she's the queen, but never in a bossy way. She's never snobby about expecting us to wait on her hand and foot. She just expects it. To her, that's the way it's supposed to be. And it's not like she doesn't know her advantage. Believe me, she totally does. She just works it. She's got all of us in the palm of her little hand. She knows we'll do almost anything for her, gladly. Abby applies High School Musical quotes and makes references to these movies and others in situations where they not only make sense, but are actually truly funny. Just being around her makes my life better, fuller, and well spent. I wish more people would allow themselves to seize the opportunity and have the same experience, because they'd find out very soon what a great decision it was to get to know their new friend. It is often, if not always, that the disabilities are noticed first when meeting a person. This is a fact, and that's okay. It's natural to first notice the ways in which someone is different from yourself. People will often take notice of Abby and ask me or my parents, what's her name, or how old is she? They automatically assume that she can't communicate with them normally, which is false. Abby can carry on a conversation like me, like you, like anyone else. Sure, some people with special needs may communicate a little bit differently, but we shouldn't assume. I talk to Abby like I talk to anyone else. The same goes for when I speak to others with special needs. I talk to them like I normally would, and if they do have a different way of communicating, I will be informed of that. Then I adjust as necessary. It is ignorant for us to assume that someone's disability prevents them from communicating with us, because in a way, we are assuming the worst of their disability. So when this question is asked like this, we address Abby right there in front of them and say, Abby, how old are you? Or better yet, she'll answer their question to us before we even have time to say anything. An issue that is directly related to special needs is one that is very prevalent in conversation, in my experience, especially among teens. This is a word that is hurtful and degrading to people with special needs. This word is the R word. Now, I'm not calling you out or criticizing you or anything like that, but many people use this word on a regular basis. I'll admit, every time I hear someone say it, I feel a surge of anger. But I don't take it personally. I just let it go. Because I prefer to think that they are ill-informed, that they use this word without thinking about it, the way that they have heard it in context. What is disturbing to me is that in the context in which this word is so often used, it can easily be replaced with words such as stupid or ugly. Some common examples. I look so retarded in this picture. Delete it. Or, quit acting like such a retard. There are many, many other words you could use in those instances. Would you like a word that is used to describe a disability that you were born with and have no control over to be used like this? So casually and often accompanied by laughter? Do you see anything related to the words stupid or ugly in the definition on that screen? Do you see any of those things, those awful, hurtful, hateful words in the Abby I have described to you today? Anyone with a superpower that is as great as hers is far from stupid or ugly. Again, I'm not calling you out. You didn't know any better, until today that is. So I challenge you to take what you have just learned and do two things. One, take the Spread the Word to End the Word pledge at www.r-word.org. And two, be more aware of, more meticulous in your word choice, because something you say can be very offensive to someone else, even if you didn't mean anything by it. As you can see, today I am wearing an up arrow. It is my goal to wear an up arrow of some sort every day to remind myself and others to lift people up, not drag them down. Abby reminds me to do this every day, just by being herself and using her superpower. Won't you join me? Stop the hateful words and wear your up arrow. Seize every possible opportunity to experience the superpower. Do your best to bring out the superpower inside you. As for me, I choose Abby's superpower. Who's with me?